Hi, lovelies. I am going to give you a powerful practice that will absolutely change your manifesting experience. Do you love your desire? Do you really, really deeply love it? Because here's the thing, lovely. I'm not just here to advocate for you getting your desires or teaching you how to manifest. I'm here to advocate for you having an incredibly well-lived life. And I want to see you stop suffering when it comes to your desires. Because I see so many people who are trying to manifest their desires or their dream life or someone that they love, but they're really suffering over their desires. And they even end up eventually saying things like, I wish I could go back to who I was before I ever knew about the law of assumption or manifesting, or I wish I could stop even having my desire. So here's my personal practice when it comes to manifesting my desires. When I notice a desire comes into my awareness, I move right away into just knowing that it's done. Thank you, it's done, it's mine. And resting in that assumption, knowing that desire would not even have come into my awareness if it wasn't part of who I am. With that same feeling of conviction that you have when you go into your Amazon cart and you click the buy now button. I don't try to gaslight myself into actually feeling like I have the desire in the current 3D reality, but I move from wanting into having. From desiring or longing into being in expectation, knowing that it's done and it's unfolding for me right now. I move into the identity of, I'm the one who has that. It's done, it's mine, it's happening now. And then, what's it like now to be the person who has that, where nothing is missing? And here's where that powerful practice that I promised comes in. Every day I make a commitment to spend a few minutes connecting with my desires, and then ask myself the question, now that I have fill in the blank, whatever your desire is, what do I love about it? What do I love about it? Now that I have this desire, what do I love about it? And don't just say the words, really let yourself receive the feeling of authentically, deeply, genuinely loving, not just your desire, but the version of you who has that desire right now. And here's the reason why this practice is so powerful. For one thing, even in the way that I'm phrasing it, now that I have it, you are accepting that you are the one who has it right now. You're letting yourself receive, and you're embodying the version of yourself for whom and through whom your desire is already a normal, natural, stable, consistent part of your life. And secondly, you cannot be in the love of something and the lack of it at the same time. So it brings all of your attention and focus and identity back on yourself, into being the version of you who feels the love and the knowing and the peace and the satisfaction of having your desire now. And if you want to think in terms of frequency or vibration, well, now you're in the frequency of authenticity and love, which is really the highest frequency, which is the frequency of your true nature and who you really are. And when you allow yourself to truly love something or someone, that then instantly puts you into a very genuine state of gratitude. And it's not a performative kind of gratitude like, let me write down 5 things that I'm grateful for, but into an authentic embodiment of gratitude that is beyond just a temporary changing 3D emotional state. This kind of gratitude is such a high frequency, it's actually a state of being. So for example, one of the ways that I personally use this is I'll say, now that I'm in the marriage of my dreams with the love of my life, what do I love about it? And for me, this is a very organic and alive practice. This is not a mindless technique. I don't get up in my head about it. I let the answers flow through me. Like the other day, the answer to that question for me was, oh, I love that my man is so wonderful at taking the lead in the care and protection and spiritual well-being of our relationship. And as soon as that came out of my mouth, I thought, oh my God, I really do love that. I didn't even realize I was thinking that. And here's a very important part of this. As I said, I do not use this as a technique. This is not a process to try to get something. That's why I call it a practice. Because this is a lifestyle practice for me, something that I integrate into who I am being and how I move through the world, with the very clear intention that it's about nurturing that embodiment and the experience of living as that person who has this desire now. This is my identity. I'm not just visiting, I live here now. I am this now. It's a complete surrender and commitment to being in love with my inner experience and ideal state as the version of me who already has that desire right now. When you practice this in an authentic way and allow yourself to genuinely fall in love, not just with your desire, but with the version of you who has it. As Neville says, to fall so in love with a state that you die to all others. Then consciously allowing your desires into perception becomes juicy and delicious and effortlessly sustainable. And so that's how I invite you to use this. Fall in love with your desires and the version of you who has them, and it will change your manifesting experience completely.